Hello and welcome. My name is Darren Spiece, and today I'm going to share with you my morning exercise routine. It's not morning now, but this is what I do every morning. And one of the main reasons I started it was to get back into shape, and I had a lot of back problems. It was so bad, if I sneezed, my back went out of alignment. I'd bend over to pick up a piece of paper and my back would go out, and I was just really out of shape, and I wanted to start developing a routine. It took a little bit of time, but I came up with this routine, and it's been about 5 months now, and I've built up some muscle and some strength and flexibility with this routine, and I haven't had a single back pain now for about 5 months. I do this religiously every morning, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it takes me between 30 and 45 minutes every morning, depending on how much time I spend in my stretches and such. But here, this is for you guys. I just want to show you these basic exercises that anybody can do. And again, too, when you're just starting out, you're going to have to go easy because it takes a little bit of time. In the beginning, I wasn't very flexible either, and you can't push it too much. If you push yourself too much, you're going to be getting into actually overstretching and actually injuring yourself. So you got to take it easy and go at your own pace. But again, too, it's doing it day after day after day and doing it religiously. You give it a week or two, you're going to be feeling amazing if you're dealing with any back problems. Anyway, this is how it all starts out. First exercise, I get up in the morning, I have my coffee, and I come down to the floor. I'm on all fours. I want to get active. I want to get some blood moving into my back, into all my body. So I start out with these hand and leg extensions. I do 40 of these. We'll just do 20. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20. Normally I do about 40 of those, but this is getting the blood flowing into your legs, into your upper body. And then I'm doing flexion of my back and my spine. I curve, and then I look up. We're going to do like 20 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like normally I do about 20 of those. Then I go into what's called child pose. Sometimes I don't have the flexibility to actually do this, and I can tell depending on how I've been eating, how stiff my muscles are, and maybe the exercise I've been doing at work and stuff like that. If I just lay down like this, many times, see how I'm getting right down, sometimes I can only go to here. And you may not even be able to sit down on the back of your legs, depending on how tight you are in your hip flexors and in your back and stuff. So right now I just go like this, and it's very relaxing. Like it may take you 2 or 3 weeks to be able just to lay like this. And I just do this to see how tight I am. And it just gives me a gauge to how hard I can push. And I'll just rest like this for maybe a minute or so, and then I come out of that. So the next thing we're going to do is some hyperextensions. So just lay down onto the ground here like this, and what you're going to do, keep your hands forward, head up like this, and you're just going to simply raise your chest up off the mat, and you're going to be working into your lower back and strengthening your lower back muscles. And I do about 20 of these. Again, to work at your own pace. You may only be able to do 5 or 6. So up, up. Again, to go to as many as you can, up to say about 20. And you're gonna come out, and then I come out of that. Next thing I do, I put my left leg forward, and this leg here is bent back, and then we're gonna stretch our quadricep and our hip flexor. And again too, when you're starting out, you may not be able to get back very far, and you really feel this. I can actually lay right back now, but I could never do this in the beginning. And you hold the stretch for 20 seconds, breathing in and breathing out slowly, allowing the oxygen to come into your body and helping you through the stretch. But again too, like I said, you may only be able to get to right here. It might be very, very difficult for you. Don't push it. In time it'll come. And again, then I'd switch over and I'd do the other side. And you can just, very relaxing, take this time in the morning and just close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out, relax, enjoy, feel the stretch, don't push it too far, and just let that stretch there for for maybe 20 seconds or until it feels good for you, right? You come out of that, stretch your legs out a little bit, and then we're going to lay back. And now put your hands underneath your bum, and we're going to do 20 single leg raises on each leg. And it's up, 3, 4. I'll just do 10 for this purpose, for the video. But here again, we're getting the blood flowing in our body, in our legs. We're engaging our core. Again too, on the other side, you're engaging your core, which is crucial to help with your back. You're stretching your hamstring muscles, your calves, you're opening your hips. So you do 20 of those. And then after I've done that, I do hip thrusts. So you just lay here like this, feet on the ground, and you're going to go onto your shoulders. Pelvic thrust up. We're going to do 20 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just doing 10 for the video. And again too, you may not be able to do 10. You may only be able to do 5. But that's all right. You got to start somewhere. Eventually you're going to get the strength, the endurance, and the flexibility. After you've done that, and there's no race here. This is about self-improvement. Now we're going to do, I don't even know what this is called, but legs side to side. So you're laying flat on your back, your legs up like this, and what you're going to do, you're going to lean to the side. And what you want to do, you want to keep this shoulder on the ground. You want to bring this top knee, you want it to be able to come down and touch your bottom knee, while at the same time keeping this shoulder flat on the ground. Now this is, I can do it easily now, but in the beginning, my shoulder was off the ground, my knee wouldn't come down, I didn't have the flexibility. But again, stick with it and you'll get it. And this is really, really good for opening up your lower back. Again too, just close your eyes. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in slowly, and then breathe out. And just relax. You may want to stay here for a minute. There's no real time limit unless you're in a hurry. But hopefully you allow yourself the time to actually really enjoy the stretch. Then you're going to reverse, and you're going to go to the other side. Same thing. And you want to hold your leg down, shoulder against the mat. And you're going to hold this, and then maybe for about a minute or so. Then you're going to come out of that. Now you may feel a little bit of stiffness in your back after you've done that. So what I normally do, if I do feel that stiffness, I do the pelvic thrust. I maybe do 5 or 6 pelvic thrusts just to help loosen that up, because that's a bit of a tough stretch. So let's do like 5 just to re-loosen your back up. So you do 5 or 6 of those just to re-loosen it up. Lay flat, and then you bring your right leg. And we're just gonna, don't push it too hard. Again, you don't want to hurt yourself. And just feel the stretch there. Don't try to pull your knee up to your chest, and just feel the stretch and hold it. And maybe hold it there for 10-15 seconds. Release. Same to the other side, 10 to 15 seconds. And then release. And then bring both legs up, and you're going to grab both knees, and what I want you to do is just roll like this, side to side, and this feels really good. It massages your lower back and releases the stress there. The next one of the biggest problems with having a tight low back is actually having a tight groin. Your groin muscles actually pull on your hips, which pull on your lower back and keep the tension there. One thing I learned is one thing I started doing was doing these things here. Now again too, only go to the range of motion that is good and take it easy. We're going to do about 100 of these where you just go like this. It's really, really easy. Don't press it down too far, and you're going to bring blood into your inner thigh and into your groin area. So what you got to do, just relax, and you do about 100 of these. It usually takes me about a couple minutes to do these. And then once you're done doing 100 of these, it's going to start feeling funny. Your legs may start shaking as you're bringing it up. And that's, that means the muscles and stuff are working there, and you're really opening up your groin area. Then once you've got around 100 done, what you're going to do, you're just going to lay here like this with your eyes closed and breathe in slowly, and then exhale. And maybe just stay here for 20 or 30 seconds. Once you get more, you can press, you get used to doing this, you can press down on your thighs a little bit and just open it. But don't push too much, because it's really easy to pull your groin. So just enjoy that stretch. And this is another really good exercise to help alleviate lower back pain. Once you're done that, lay down and do a stretch out. Reach way up and then tighten your core muscles, and then if you can, lift your bum right off the mat and just feel that stretch, and then down. And then we're going to come up, and you might not be able to come straight up, and we're going to do another twisty type stretch. Keep your right leg straight, take your left leg and put it over beside your knee. Take your one arm, place it on the inside of your knee, and this arm goes to the back. And what you're going to do is just stretch this way. And you just got to hold it there. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then every once, you can relax a bit and then go back into the stretch and push it a little bit more. But again too, when you're starting out in this, take it easy, because you can push yourself into injury. This is something to work into. It took me a long time to get to this level. My flexibility being in the beginning really wasn't very good. It took me a while just to get to here. But you're going to notice it really helps your lower back feel good. And then same thing, you get switch and you got to go to the other side. And again, focus on the breathing. Just relax. And you hold that. Okay, so I'll have to cut that. And another exercise that I like to do, and it really helps, is you gotta do it up against the wall. What you do is you get sitting like this close to the wall. You put your feet up so they're like on a 90-degree angle here. And what you're gonna do is take your one foot and you're gonna put it on your knee, and then you're gonna push this leg forward. Now this here works part of your hand. I don't know what exactly what it is, but the back of your leg here, and you're gonna feel this right down into your buttocks. And you're gonna push on this leg and move it forward. And it should be able to come almost straight across. You may have a hard time getting it up there at all. You may have to extend your leg up more like this so there's not so much pressure, because the more you come up on the wall like this, the harder it is to put your leg forward like this. So keeping it like this, and you're going to really feel this stretch in here. And this wasn't a miracle stretch for me. When I first started doing this, I'd have like super tight back. I'd do these stretches like this stretch here, and then I'd work it, and I'd go to the other side and feel this stretch. And again, at first it was very painful to even get basically in. There was no flexibility at all. Now I can get it right over, and it feels great. But after I finished doing this stretch in the beginning, when my back was not in good shape, I'd get up and I could really feel my back loosen up. But again, too, sometimes I'd stay in this pose for 30 seconds, release it, and then go back into it again. But this is a really good stretch for someone with low back pain, opening up and releasing with the muscles and stuff in your legs. It's really good. I don't know what it's called, but it works great. And that's that. That's pretty much it for the ground. Then the next thing we're going to do is, hopefully not forget anything, we're going to get a little bit more active, and we're going to do some knee raises. So you put your hands up, and you're going to try and bring your knees up as high as you can. I normally do about 40 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just do 20. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Again, normally I do about 40 of those. Next thing, we're going to do some hip, I don't know what you call them, hip thrust. Go to the right, do about 15 to 20 of these one way, and then 15 to 20 going back the other way. From there, we're going to do the twisting to the side, to side, to side. Now, you don't crank it too hard, but to the left, right. And I normally do about 40, depending on how I feel. Sometimes I'm a little more stiffer than certain mornings, and then I want to maybe do 50, 60. But the routine will evolve for you, and you're going to find out what works for you. And you're going to say, oh, you know what, if I do you're going to figure out, oh, that made me feel a little bit more looser. So maybe you'll do a little bit more of that. Maybe you need a little bit more of certain exercises. So you're going to do like about 40 of those. The next thing is side bends. You take your hand, you reach down towards your knee. This hand comes over top of your head as high as you can, and it's going to reach out high like this. So as you're reaching down, this reaches up. You really want to feel the stretch in here, and you want to try and get your hand down as low as you can here, and then just relax into that. Again, feeling the stretch, breathing in, and then eventually, again, to be careful you don't hurt yourself, but after some time you're going to find something really open up here in your hip, and it's going to allow you to get farther down. Again, same thing on the other side. And you can hold these stretches for as long as you want, or as short as you want. Like, just stay in your own comfort zone. Don't push it. So you got that stretch happening. The next one I wanted to actually. The next stretch I always do is I usually grab a wall in the house, and what I do is I'll grab onto something like this. I lean back, and I really want to feel the stretch in here. And then too, focusing on your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Again on the other side, same thing. Feeling the stretch. And I do those too. So Then, moving farther up the body, so we're very slowly hitting every part of our body, because the body works in a chain. Everything is connected. Everything from right down your calves and your hams, they're pulling on into your midsection area, and even all the way up into your shoulders, into your neck. It's like a big long chain, and if any part of the chain is tight, it's going to end up putting pressure in your core area, your lower back. The next part is I'm going to try and loosen up my shoulder area, and I start by working my rear delt and my back. I bend over and I do 20 of these. And bring your shoulder blades together and squeeze them when you get to the top. And this is going to be developing some, you're going to start to feel some burn, and you're working your range of motion, and you're putting blood into the muscles up there. And here, by doing all these exercises and increasing your flexibility, and we do about 20 of those, you're also going to be correcting your posture, which is really, really important. So after doing the 20 bent over, stand up, and you do 20 standing, and you're going to be working more your side delt and into your traps here. And again, you get 20 of these. And it's not a race. Do it in a controlled manner, and when you get to the top, squeeze it up. And we're going to do 20 of those. And again, too, stay at do what's comfortable for you. If 10, you may actually feel at 10, maybe your shoulders are burning out. Well, that's enough for now. You know, you have the rest of your life to do this, so you're going to eventually get in better and better shape. The next thing is to do shoulder shrugs. Just straight up. 20 of these. 20. Get to the top, squeeze it up, let your shoulders come down. So 20 shoulder shrugs. Right? Once that's done, we're going to do our neck now. Down, up, down, up. So maybe do like, 5 or 6 of those. And to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can do like, 5 or 6, maybe maximum 10. You don't want to do too much. Then do some neck rotations. Again, gently. Your neck is very, very fragile, so you don't want to be causing any damage. And this, just relax and feel it going around. And then the other way. Okay, now we're done that. Now we're going to get to the part where you touch your toes a whole bunch of times. At first, when I was trying to touch my toes, I could barely make it down to here. I'm telling you, my flexibility was really bad. Hamstrings tight, backs tight, upper, it was tight everywhere. So again, too, I want you just to take your time and don't push it too far. But take your hands, bring them up over your head, and then what you're going to do, you're going to come down and touch your toes. And again, too, you may only get to here. That's all right. Just keep on going from here, and when you go to the top, lean back into it. But again, take it easy, and then come down. You may only get to here, but that's all right. Just keep on doing it. We're going to do about 30 of these, so I'll just do 10 for now. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now, when I get to about 30, what I normally do is I want to really try and get my hamstring stretching. So I hang out down here, and I just let gravity do its work. I let my arms hang, and let my hands come down. Again, too, you may not be touching the floor. The one little trick I found, once I could touch my toes, I put my hands underneath my feet and I'd step on them. You may, because you can't reach, maybe just stay straight leg like this and pull your back of your legs a little bit and just hold it. But again, too, don't don't hurt yourself. Again, you can just hold it like that. And you're just trying to feel good. You can move around a bit, just allowing to get this flexibility happening. And that's it. That's for that. Now the next part I go into, sort of, I think they call them sun salutations. It's a bit of a yoga move. So I was starting to do some yoga, but I found the yoga wasn't quite working for me. Didn't have the flexibility. But I stole a few of their moves. So hands up, and you come down, and what do you want to do? I'm going to move forward. So you're going to come up, hands down, bring your leg back, and then this knee here shouldn't go over your toe. This leg is going to go back as far as possible. And then what you're going to do, you're going to lean forward, and you're going to feel the stretch all through here in your hip flexor. You're going to hold that. Again, be focused on your breathing. It's really, really important. And then I'm going to actually go back, and I'm going to do the other side. And feel, again, feeling into the hip flexor. Once I'm done that, going on to all fours, and this is a sun salutation. So you're on your all fours, and then you come down like this, and you're sort of doing a pelvic thrust, and you're keeping your head up. And then what we're going to do is go into a pike, like this. And again, just hold it. This is working your shoulders, your core, but inside with your hamstrings and your calves, to stretch the flexibility in your hamstrings, your calves, your ankles. Again, maybe do 4 or 5 breaths. Just breathe in slowly, breathe out, and try to relax in the pose. And then what you're going to do is you're going to walk back in, and then back up, and that's one. And then you can do 4 or 5 of those. But then this is where I start changing my routine a little bit, depending on how I feel, how stiff I am. I also do something like this. Come up, down, back into the pose, and then into this thing again, into the pike. But then I'll also maybe do a set of 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, you may do 10 of those, then you walk it back up, and then back up. You may also want to incorporate some push-ups into that. So you come up, come down again, leg back, and then you just go into the push-up. And I normally don't go over 15 push-ups. And again, too, you want to make sure your bum's not up in the air, or you're not slouching. It's better to do the push-up properly. I'd rather you do only 3 or 4 push-ups than to do 10 improperly. So the main thing is to keep your core tight. Make sure your bum is not sticking up, and come down to parallel. Bring your nose right down to the mat, and keep it straight and tight. Now that's pretty much what I do. I ran through the workout pretty quick. I was sort of rushing it, just sort of to get it in a short period of time. You can see what I basically do. Now take your time with it. There's no hurry. It's about, and you got to work at your own pace. But I'll tell you, if you're having back problems, you're wanting to get in shape, this is great. It's not hard. Anybody can do it. And after about, I'm breathing from those push-ups still, but you give it a week, I guarantee you, you're going to start feeling better every day. Be religious to this. In 2 weeks, you're going to be going, I can't believe how well this is working. I've been 5 months now, and I'm almost 6'6". I'm 6'5.5", and you know, I got a very long body, and like I said, my back was going out all the time before. Now I developed my core muscles, and strengthened my lower back. Got all the flexibility working from my calves right into my upper back, my neck, and because I've worked the whole entire chain, I haven't had a single pain in my lower back for like 5 months. So that's all I got to say for the morning workout. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a line. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye bye.